Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Music Madness Tournament Update. I hope you're having a good week, had a great weekend. I know you have been eagerly awaiting the results for the tournament. This week, we did all of the rest of round one, so that was 16 different head-to-heads, and so a few of them were absolute blowouts. I'm not going to lie. Absolute blowouts. One contender didn't even stand a chance. But a few of them were decided by like 2 votes. And that's really cool. At one point in time, like 3 different ones were at 50-50 and just riding out on Thursday. And it was like, whoa, this is going to be really close. And it turns out that they were. So we're going to dive right in right now and get to the results of this thing. Game number 1, Aretha Franklin versus Percy Sledge, Fame Studios. Aretha took it. I mean, hands down, she had it from day one. Just nailed this one. Aretha, much respect. You're awesome, girl. Number 2, this was the biggest blowout of the tournament thus far. So, like, crazy big blowout right here. 84.2% went with Whitney Houston over Lionel Richie's Endless Love. I didn't see this one being so one-sided. I get it. Whitney Houston's great. Love her. I thought it'd be a little closer than this. But, hey, there's your blowout. Sorry, Lionel. It was a rough week, bro. Rough week. Okay, game number 3. This one went back and forth all week long. But in the end, Destiny's Child comes out with it. At 54% of the vote, you beat those TLC girls with Waterfalls. Congratulations, Destiny's Child. You're moving on. Look at how close this one is. Again, another back and forth battle. Usher versus Justin Timberlake. Usher had it almost all the week, but in the end, Cry Me a River just edged ever so slightly, edged out. You got it bad. It's not the way I voted. I'm not going to lie. I was an Usher. I was going for Usher. Oh, well. Justin, you're moving on. Game 5, Gangnam Style versus DNA. I didn't see this one coming. Honestly, I thought DNA was going to have it. I know several people who had DNA going like Final 4. Your bracket's busted, y'all. Your bracket is busted if you had DNA going to the Final 4 because they didn't even make it out past Gangnam Style. But there you go. Is what it is. Game number 6. Blackpink took this one hands down. This was almost a blowout like Whitney Houston, but I think the right decision was made here. Way to go, girls. Blackpink. I like it. Game 7. Oye Como Va by Santana. You just took it on the chin, man. Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin. I guess it's a lot more familiar song to the younger generation. But moving on, Ricky. Conga versus Malamente. Conga took it. Hands down. Again, this is another not even close. It's just not even close. They just, boom, done. Crazy. Okay, this one was really close. Jump by Van Halen versus You Make My Dreams by Hall & Oates. This is like, 3 or 4 votes to separate this one in the end. This was one of those that was at 50-50 at one point in time when we checked. It was like, whoa. And we had a lot of responses by then. So, really close, but Jump by Van Halen takes it. Just by a few votes. Interesting to see that. Here's another blowout. Sweet Home Alabama. Sorry, you just schooled 38 Special. Just absolutely schooled the 38 Special. So now we'll see if Van Halen can beat Leonard Skinner. Spice Girls, you won the one-hit wonder competition. And a bunch of you are going to argue Spice Girls weren't a one-hit wonder. Yes. Yeah, they were. There's not that many other songs that even come close in popularity to Wannabe. And Billy Ray Cyrus is definitely a one-hit wonder with Achy Breaky Heart, though he had a few other things. He was involved in this little one-hit wonder called Old Town Road. Yeah, sure. But really, he's a one-hit wonder. But Spice Girls, you're moving on. Boy band battle. I thought this was going to be a lot closer, or at least the other way. But here you go. Backstreet Boys, you held your own against JT and NSYNC, and you beat them. You're moving on because I want it that way. Yeah, it's a great song. Great song. I dig it. I think it's a good winner here. Good job. This one was like super close on Thursday, 50-50, and then Elvis took it. Right at the end, everyone kept voting for Elvis, and so I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles had it most of the week, and then slowly Elvis made this little comeback, and Elvis is moving on. Jailhouse Rock, it's a cool song. Cool song. I dig it. Definitely my pick on this one. So I was glad to see the comeback in the end. I expected this particular one to be the biggest blowout, honestly. I know Bruno Mars is awesome. Bruno Mars is so cool. And he's just throwing down all the time on just great hits. But when you stack something up against Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, I'm just saying it's going to be a hard-fought battle. I thought this would be like 90% Michael, so I was kind of surprised to see that it was close as it was, but to be honest, Bruno never had a chance in this one. All week long, all Michael. We'll see what happens in the next round. Britney Spears versus Taylor Swift. So many songs in each of them's library to pick, but in this one, Britney Spears took it. Oops, I Did It Again. Great song out of the 90s. Britney took down Taylor. I thought it was going to be closer, but go Britney. Way to be. Single Ladies by Beyonce. Huge anthem for everyone versus Billie Eilish, Bad Guys, modern pop song that's had millions and millions of plays on Spotify. She's won her Grammys lately, but in the end, Beyonce took it. Single Ladies took this one over Bad Guys. So congratulations, Beyonce. You are moving on. So those were the results for our week of finishing round one, and that means we're starting round two this week, and we're going to play all of round two, so another 16 head-to-head matchups this week, and they look like this. This is the bracket. It's not updated in this picture, but here are the round two matchups. The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five versus Nothing But a G-Thing by Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg. Dear Mama, Tupac versus Work It by Missy Elliott. I'm really interested to see what happens in this one. Really, really interested to see. I think it's either going to be super close or a massive blowout, but we'll see. Aretha Franklin with Respect versus I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. Two monster songs. Monster songs. Which are you going to pick? I mean, huge. Say My Name by Destiny's Child. Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Again, that's a tough call. It's a tough call. Both very R&B songs with great lyricists leading the way. Man, I'm excited to see who takes this one. Dolly Parton versus Johnny Cash. I mean, classic country doesn't get any better than this. Ring of Fire versus 9 to 5. This is going to be a tough call. I think it's going to be close. Both of these were runaways in round one. I don't know that I see a runaway here. Interested to see what you guys choose. Before He Cheats, Carrie Underwood versus Boots, Scoot, and Boogie, Brooks and Dunn. Two monstrous country songs. Again, let's see. Gangnam Style versus Blackpink, As If It's Your Last. We'll see. Both were really popular in round one. So I'm interested to see if this is a little closer for the K-pop championship right here. Living La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin versus Conga by Gloria Estefan. I think this could be a close one too. Let's see. In the classical music category, we've got Beethoven versus Wagner. Ode to Joy, Final Movement versus Ride of the Valkyries. Both huge monster songs. When you go listen to these songs, don't just cut them off after the first minute, because the big moments that you're expecting are not at the beginning of these tracks. So when you go listen to them, give it a shot, listen to it for a while. I think you'll hear the famous parts and then decide what you like the best. Take the A Train by Duke Ellington versus So What by Miles Davis. Two monstrous jazz charts with just titans of the jazz world. See which one comes out ahead. One's a little older, one's a little newer. It's different eras in jazz for sure. So looking forward to seeing what the choice is in this battle. Jump by Van Halen versus Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd. You got that 70s, 80s synth rock versus just straight up Southern rock. Let's see what happens in this wild card battle. Spice Girls, huge one-hit wonder. Girl band? Is girl band a thing? Can we say that they were a girl band? Like, there's boy band. I guess Spice Girls were a girl band for sure. Versus the boy band, I Want It That Way. Interested to see what happens in this battle for sure. In the rock category, we got Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix, who did great in the first round. Dreams by Fleetwood Mac also did great in the first round. So we'll see. It's going to be tough. Back in Black by AC/DC versus Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I didn't expect Nirvana to do as good as they did in the first round. I definitely expected AC/DC to do good and move on, but anxious to see. Make sure you listen to all these tracks before you decide, because you never know. You might like something more than you thought you did. We'll see. Jailhouse Rock by Elvis versus Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Whew. This is tough. This is real tough. Elvis versus Michael. Both had arguably some of the biggest influences on pop music ever. So we'll see. The King versus the King of Pop. It's going to be tough. Britney Spears versus Beyonce to close it out. This is late 90s, early 2000s. Well, for Britney at least. Single Ladies is much later. But let's see. Let's see who wins this one. And that should conclude our round 2 matchup. So this week you got another 16 great songs to choose from, or head-to-head matchups, 32 songs. Get out there, listen to them. The playlist is available on Spotify. That little QR code that's in the middle of the bracket at the bottom, that one will actually take you to a Spotify playlist that has all the songs. So you can vote and see the bracket. Check out what's going on. Be involved. Share this with your friends. Make sure that people out there are joining us and getting involved in this. Thank you guys for the thousands of votes that we've had thus far. It's great. Looking forward to seeing where this goes and who turns up to be the champion of the 2021 Music Madness Tournament. Have a great week. Look forward to seeing you next week with the results of this week's head-to-head matchups.